Swifty McVay Show loud out. James Gang Radio Podcast with the host Warren G. Walker and his crew Nino Black and Jody Rainford. Covering entertainment from around the globe. The Facebook, James Gang Radio, and the Twitter, James Gang Cast. Salute one boss to another. Make sure y'all show y'all support. Let's keep the ball rolling. We in the zone.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest edition of James Gang Radio Podcast. Today I have with me a very special guest from the West Coast scene of hip-hop music, who has been very instrumental through the late 80s, into the 90s, and up into the 2000s, working with such artists in the 80s as Eazy, Above the Law, and transitioning into working with guys like Snoop Dogg and several others. Acts associated with Snoop or Eazy, the whole NWA tree. I'd like to welcome Kokane to the show. Kokane, how you doing?
All right, brother. Appreciate you having me on.
Well, I appreciate you coming on. You are the godfather, one of the originators of G-Funk, sir, and I would like for that to be, that's on the record. There it is, and there you go. One of the originators of G-Funk, Kokane.
Man, I appreciate that. It's been a long road, but back when we was funkin', actually Code 187 is the creator of G-Funk, and we are called the architects, me, the late great KMG, and so forth. So, it's a beautiful thing, man, for everybody to be accepting this genre of music that we love so much, and it's worldwide now.
It is. It's the new rock and roll. It has been for a long time. They thought hip-hop was a fad, back in the day, that it would pass. They thought, this gangster rap, when it arrived on the scene, it's a fad, it's going to pass, these kids are getting hold of it. But it has withstood the test of time. And you have guys like even NWA getting honored into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which really chapped a lot of people's asses that they were in there, like Gene Simmons, but not just him, Beastie Boys, Run DMC, several other, Tupac Shakur got in there here this last year. So hip hop has withstood the test of time. And
definitely transcended.
Why do you think it's withstood the test of time, Kokane? You've been in the game a long time, and I wanted to ask you that. Why do you think hip hop?
It's no different than rock and roll. When you go back and you really go back to the elements of rock and roll, it's culture. And when you have culture, it's not depending on any race. Everybody know rock and roll. Elvis Presley wasn't the king of rock and roll. He was the king of rock and roll in front of the eyes of people that put a lot of money and pushed it. You got to go back to what it was, Little Richard, different other cats that were actually the architects. So it was an exchange of culture because we all have soul. So using that type of analogy, it's the same thing with hip hop. It came from a culture and it affected other cultures. And at the end of the day, everybody likes to put so much on race. Music is for everybody. It's not for one particular person. It might come from a different culture, but it's about, an exchange of culture. You know what I'm saying? So I think it stood the test of time because it really penetrated the cultures. And it's all about cultures. That's where hip hop was created. It was created for the culture, the arts, the graffiti. Back when then, it really went against the grain of things that were traditional. And that's what rock and roll did. You know what I'm saying? Back when Little Richard was doing his thing and groups like Fat Domino and, then later on Elvis Presley, he did what he is because he did a lot of good things for rock and roll in general. But it's always going back to culture. So I think that's why hip-hop stood the test of time because it don't matter if you was living in a suppressed environment, you were a black person,
right?
If you was Chicano or if you was white, it didn't matter. Everybody related to hip hop, and that's why it stood the test of time and transcended as that is traditional. You know what I mean? It really taps into the core. So that's why I think it's going to continue to stand the test of time.
I totally 100% agree with you. And it has. You know, it has withstood the test of time, and it is the new rock and roll.
And, yeah. They've been saying that for a minute now.
Yeah, it's been that way for a long time.
And that's what the good thing about it. You know, rock and roll and hip hop ain't no different.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's no different back when you had cats like Rick Rubin to incorporate the rock and roll sound into hip hop. It changed certain things. And that's when music is about experimentation. You use those different vibrations to create something innovative and new. And that's what hip hop was. It ushered in innovation. You know what I mean? And if you look at on the scale from the numbers, hip hop is about the biggest numbers. You know what I'm saying? Because the this game is about the music, but then when you're talking about business, numbers, we got numbers. And when you look at cats like Puffy, and you look at cats like Gray, different other cats that were able to transcend not just to create a creative legacy, but to also create an innovative financial legacy. So you, in retrospect to that, you really gotta. I don't care if you're flipping a burger, you do business, you don't know about hip hop. I don't care if you whatever you do, you gotta understand the business side of it. And it was very much, you know, it saved lives. Hip hop saved so many lives. You know what I'm saying? Right. It allowed people that would never have the opportunity because of being shelled out. Maybe it was racism or whatever it was, to have those opportunities that any other American can have. And that's why the beauty of hip hop is for the world, man. You know what I'm saying? It's its own economy. Put it like that.
Right. I understand. I totally get it. And you're 100% right. And you're 100% right.
Yeah, I'm just, I'm a type of artist that like to state facts. I don't like to, a lot of people like to
indulge.
Go to a WWF wrestling match. They get entertained, but at the end of the day, that's not real.
Right.
And I can only give you what's real.
Right. It's entertaining, but it's not real. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not real.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. And, well, I think you got a lot of that now. And I'm not shooting any names, and I'm not shooting down any newer artists, because I'll tell you, there's a lot of them out there, Kane, that I think are pretty good. You got some really good young artists. You got, the Kendrick Lamars, who are really good. And there's not just Kendrick, there's several others, and it's not on the West. J. Cole's dope. Oh, yes, very much so. There's a cat from New York I heard him the other day, called Action Bronson, and he was really dope. I don't know if you're familiar with this guy, but he was really dope. I was checking him out. He was a white cat from Brooklyn, but you couldn't tell it. If you listen to it, you wouldn't be able to tell it because he sounds like Jizza from Wu-Tang.
Wow.
Yeah. Scary.
Him always said it best. He said, "It ain't where you from, it's where you at."
Right. Amen, sir. Amen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk a little bit about you, Kokane. You started out in the late 80s?
Yeah, well, I started out doing a bunch of talent shows in mid 80s.
Right.
Yeah, a bunch of talent shows, followed by my cousin, Cole 187 from the group, the legendary group Above the Law. And back then he had a group called Whistles of Rocks. Yeah. He was the first one to show me a single on wax, because he was dealing with a company called Rainbow Records out of New York. This is like 85.
Right.
So I was always encouraged by doing music, because music was always in my household because of my dad. You know what I'm saying? For the times I lived with him, he used to go by different studios. Plus, he was an established composer, writer, Motown. His works include Just My Imagination, Papa Was a Rolling Stone, groups like Undisputed Truth, and 500 different slew of compositions. To look him up, his name is Jerry B. Long Sr., and I'm Jerry B. Long Jr. So moving along in the mid-'80s, like I said, I did a lot of talent shows, and my actual first record that I recorded was with my uncle Willie Hutch, the late great Willie Hutch, who did the mag, Roll Out Me There, did a slew of hits as well.
Willie Hutch, man.
It never did reach success like it was supposed to. So I just, soul searched and kept it up. And in the beginning of '89, actually '88, we were, all riding around in Pomona listening to this new fresh group called NWA. We related to that. And it's ironic that I didn't see my cousin for a minute, Code 187, for like 6 months. So I was over my auntie's house in Pomona, California at 1289 Ross Street. And this was about 88 going into 89. And I seen their first video, it still had the numbers at the bottom, which was Murder Rap. And I was like, oh, snaps, man, y'all with NWA?
Right.
Like, damn, man, everybody talking about them right now, you know what I mean?
Right.
So Hutch said, man, I want to pull you in, Jerry. That's what my name is, Jerry, and Hutch is called 187, my cousin.
Yeah, Big Hutch.
Yeah, Big Hutch.
Oh, yeah.
But he said, you got to change your name, brother. He was like, man, over here, you know what I'm saying? Some of the lyrics that you be spitting don't match your name, and you know what I'm saying? You'll be perfect with here because I want you to be able to be comfortable, but at the same time, do what you do. You know what I'm saying? With the song.
Right.
And I got a name for you, man. Change your name for Jerry Golden. Because my grandmother used to call me Jerry Golden because my eyes are green. So it kind of stuck with me. But I was like, well, what's the name, Hutch? And he said, Kokane. I stepped back for like 5 seconds. I said, that's the dopest name in the game. Let's rock with it. So I did a 3-song demo. This cat named Jimmy Recording Studios on Mission in Pomona, California. And there was Stuart Cat also named Laylaw, Larry Goodman, who's also a contributing member of NWA.
Yeah.
And had a company called Law House. So what I did is sign a pre-production deal to Law House. We gave, this is all in '89, we gave the demo to Eazy here. Eazy heard it, was like, wow, man, Kokane is dope. He is what his name is. He's going to work good. I love the controversy, and he's different. He can do anything. He can rap, sing. He's different. Ain't nobody doing that out there.
Right.
Lean in. You see what I'm saying? So when Above the Law stuff came out in 1990, I had to actually wait a year to put on my record. It's because I was the next one to fall in line. And, Eazy gave me a chance to help write Appetite for Destruction. So my first platinum record was also on Niggas for Life album. And I did a bunch of stuff on Black Mafia Life, but then when my first record came out, it was 91. And that was called Niggas Sleep League, which is also on the Deep Cover soundtrack.
Right. Well, that's dope, man. I had read where you had contributed to Appetite for Destruction and a couple other tracks on the last.
I actually was on the beginning of it with KMG. I introduced a character called Sweet Talk.
Right.
Well, I traveled across the USC, so instead of using a voice emulator, I did it myself.
Yeah.
Which was a spinoff of Sir Knows and the George Clinton stuff and the Rick James stuff that I did. We call myself Forge Clinton.
Yeah.
And the Rick James, we call me Six James. And the Curtis Mayfield, we call me Curtis Mayfield, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I was so different that I can go into many genres and still have love for being a B-boy. You know what I'm saying? So it was something different. It was like, dang, Kokane is, and that's how Eric looked at it. He was like, wow, man, very, very extremely talented. You're going to do some big things, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes. Yeah, that was, what was it like being around there? I'm probably sure you had this question several times. What was it like me working with Eazy? What kind of person was it? You see the movie and you see the interviews and you hear the stories from other artists, but you were actually there. So, like, it's not some secondhand account. You were there.
I mean, props to the movie. You know what I'm saying? But the movie is only there to pack in scenes and tell certain sides of the story.
Right. There's only so much you
would
can
have
tell.
to have a television series like 10 episodes because
right.
It's just deeper than that was put out there on the film stream. But being at Ruthless Records, man, was, I would say, like the little boy that won a golden ticket to Willy Wonka. I got a golden ticket. It was like that, man. It was like it was everything that a person had ambitions. Just want to make it easy. Provided that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm always grateful. I'm always mentioning Eric Wright because there's a lot of misconceptions out there that people just don't know. But it's a blessing to actually have the witnesses to actually tell those stories and not have people preconceive things because they really don't know.
Right.
I was blessed enough to be around all that. I was blessed enough to be at the gate of everything that is massive now, demographically, from G-Funk, from words like ball and the chronic, to, that came from our camp above law cocaine.
That's great. That's good stuff, man. Like I said, I always loved Above the Law. I had a lot of respect for them. R.I.P. to KMG, by the way.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Big Hutch is a cat. We've been trying to work on a deal to get him on the show, just like we got you on here. We want to get both. We want to get both y'all on here. We still working on that. Big Hutch is a legend in the game. He kind of created the G-Funk. He was right there with Dre when all that stuff began. So, like, it's
actually, Hutch is the creator of G-Funk, but see,
I've heard that.
That's actually true, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's not no hearsay. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's starting to mention it now because, thank God, because of the computer, you really can't hide facts.
Right.
We didn't want to do P-Funk because a lot of people were just sampling P-Funk and all that shit. But we wanted to take the style, not take the style, but take some of the elements of Parliament and mix it up how we did. It's no different than Parliament doing it with James Brown and Sly. Yeah, Sly and the Family Stone influenced the hell out of Parliament. So that's how music is supposed to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The best form of flattery is duplication, but we didn't want to sample. Now, when Hutch came over there, Hutch brought Dre a different flavor because Dre did a lot of sampling. He also played live instruments over. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was a song, Express Yourself, if it was a song, he would play the actual track so it sounds just like the record from a 70s record. But what Hutch did, Hutch brought a different flavor to Dre. Like Dre brought a different flavor to Hutch.
Right.
I remember coming home from London with Above the Law, Dr. Dre, and Eazy, and Hutch had a collection of break records from London. He was actually one that brought the break records to 100 miles and running.
Oh, really?
Yes, that means he helped produce that track.
Right.
Yes. Hutch is an amazing person. And of course, the way life is, we don't live with no regrets. Some people get up there, some people take pop shots. Unfortunately, we took a lot of pop shots.
Yes, you did.
There was a lot of things that people did not acknowledge where the source came from. And to tell you the truth, I'm not mad at them. They weren't obligated, but then when you have integrity, you are obligated. You know what I'm saying? Because you just don't take a whole people's essence. And we had to live with that. While everybody was getting the glory, we had to live with that. It's no different than Mark Zuckerberg that claimed he created Facebook, but the twins was really the ones to create the patent.
Oh, the Winklevoss twins, yes.
Yes. So using that analogy, it's the same thing, but bygones be bygones. To let everything go, and that allowed me to reconnect with Snoop Dogg because Snoop Dogg Dogg at that time was not a Death Row artist. That was Hutch's artist. Right. After Drake came up to the studio and said, I want to put him on some songs. Is it cool, Hutch? Hutch said, go ahead.
Yeah, because they were tied, right?
Yeah. So that's the actual truth. None of that.
I've heard Snoop talk about that.
Huh?
I've heard Snoop talk about that. On the Welcome to Death Row DVD, he mentions that he was with Above the Law doing tracks, working with them first before.
Yeah, we met Snoop.
Right.
And I was coming out on my album on 91. Orangey brought him up to the studio with a guy that actually used to work for us, who was his DJ named Money B, White Boy Money B.
Right.
And he always used to talk about Snoop and his homie in the army about to get out on service, and that was Nate Dogg. And they came up to the studio and they really wanted to get with Above the Law. And at that time, you know, they were the Ruthless record signee, and Suge was bodyguarding for us, but there was a lot of discrepancies going on at Ruthless, a lot of creative differences, because Dre would argue with Eazy and he would argue with Dre, but Eazy had the last say so. So Dre and Q leave, and he was stuck on leaving, and we had called a meeting. This is 91 after the Niggas for Life album. At the same time, my single came out. And of course, prior to that, 1990 Above the Law single. So we was working on stuff, and what had happened is Dre didn't come to the meeting that Eazy called Above the Law. You know, he called a meeting with Above the Law, Kokane, and Dr. Dre. And Dr. Dre was settled on doing his thing with Suge, because Suge was like an enforcer type of guy. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I guess, you know, they started to Death Row, but actually the first people that was going to be on Death Row, because Above the Law and Kokane was thinking about leaving because of discrepancies at Ruthless Records. Right. Was not Snoop Dogg or Dogg Pound, nothing like that. It's not no disrespect to the brothers I work with them right now. No, it was Above the Law and Kokane. Right. We backed out from Suge. We seen what was going on, and we wanted to. We didn't want a business relationship with Eric, because Eric didn't want to let his artist go. He didn't want to let Dre go. But you know, when Dre left, Dre kind of hurt. I mean, real bad. You know, he hurt the homie's feelings bad. Eazy's feelings bad. Right. You know what I'm saying? But Eazy didn't care because he was on the contract and he was still getting money off Dre. You know, but when I look back years later at the whole revelation of, you know, Pac and E and KMG and all those people that are just not here, it's surreal, man. Because the stories that are told, yes, that on silver screen, they don't tell half the truth, man. No. But the good thing about it is that I was actually there, Hutch was actually there. We're a part of history. We're very instrumental in helping other people broaden their sound, so that they could get in a position to do what they need to do and be billionaires. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's now years later, we don't live with no regrets. You see Dr. Dre, and I'm glad he did that because he know the truth. He know Hutch created G-Funk. He know he gave him Black Mafia right before the Chronic album. He know all that. So it was good for him to make amends and put Hutch on that Compton soundtrack.
I saw that when I first saw that, yes. And the
same thing with Snoop. We squashed our little indifferences. Yeah. And look what happened. Look what the beautiful thing happened out of here in 1999 from the East Siders, from Deuces and Trades, 11 songs on there. From The Last Meal, 8 songs on there. I've done over 200 songs, and it was a perfect business marriage and chemistry, because that was Kokane from Ruthless that brought the sound to Doghouse.
That's awesome, yeah. You're known for your distinctive sound over the years. You know, your sound is like no other.
I appreciate that, man. Just, you know, it's always good to stand out instead of fitting in. That's what I always. That was my motto.
No problem, man. Like I said, it's you. You're the one that done it. And like I said, one of these originators of G-Funk, I can't think of nobody better than Kokane, but I wouldn't be doing justice without throwing Hutch in there or KMG.
Not at all, man. Because of Hutch is the reason, you know, why I'm in the position. I I would have eventually done what I've done because it was embedded in my 23 chromosomes to do music because of my dad.
Right.
But then Hutch seen something in me, and out of every great Jordan, you always need a Phil Jackson. He was my Phil Jackson.
You are right, sir. You are definitely right. Well, on this show, we take some fan questions when they know a guest is coming on. We advertise, and a lot of them are kind of ridiculous, but there's a few here. I'm gonna ask that. Well, it was a good question, and it's just an interesting question more than anything. Were you at the New Music Seminar in New York when ATL ran up on?
No, I wasn't at the New Music Seminar. I was actually at Hutch's because I stayed with Hutch.
Yeah.
And I was going to go, but, was having babies coming on the way, and I couldn't go.
Right.
When they came out, and they came back, I heard the news what happened. That's why they don't have a New Music Seminar. Man.
Well, it's
all
not.
All that stuff that's in the movie is not.
No.
Not the actual truth.
Well, Q wasn't even there, was he? He wasn't on the escalator. He was in. He was giving us.
Like, see, I give props to Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? He done a lot. He showed that he can do certain things, but we came from a whole different environment. We actually gang bang. They was actually selling dope, big dope. We was actually doing all that. Nobody don't say that was cool. That's nothing to write on to grandma. Of course, everybody that paid their dues know their wrongs, but it was about survival. And Ice Cube didn't live in the hood like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was in the hood like that. He didn't have to duck bullets and drive by. None of that.
Right.
So when he said something to us about Pomona, we took offense to it. And we took it to the next level.
Like you do, yeah. Well, it was a different time back then,
Yeah, it was different times, man. But now, I basically did some songs with you. I did a song called Policy off Laugh Now, Cry Later.
Right.
It's real good. And on my mixtape, with me on the late grade, rest in peace, Crazy Tune. It's called The Backstreet Tune.
Oh, yeah.
As time goes on, time heals all wounds,
I'm glad to hear that. Because y'all created something. I'm talking about UQ, AWA, above ATL. Ruthless created something.
Well, Q was a smart businessman. Put it like that. When he's kind of so a certain way, the moves don't taste that.
Right.
Because, he moves put out some things, but he's a big still go call above the law.
Right.
Now, a lot of people don't know that. He's doing that.
So
and I will tell you the same thing.
Ice Cube. Say that one more time so I can clarify that.
I said at this time, the movie, it shows you like this and that, that's part two.
Right.
Really, Ice Cube did not felt that damn. Put out some shit on my shit. But Eazy was like, I got this group called Above the Law. I have to put out them.
Right.
See, the movie don't tell you that.
No, the movie, Kokane, it's a good movie, but it's not a great film. And any time you get the perception, it's told through the eyes of pretty much Cube and Dre. Eazy's not around to tell it through his eyes, so his widow, I guess, was big, was a producer on the film. But it made Dre look like a
right now, as far as Tamika Ray is concerned, I hope my nephew Little E really get what he deserved, because she didn't just put it like that. That's not a nice person.
Well, you're about the 20th.
That's just not a nice person. And this is not, of course, defamation of character. This is just my opinion. So if she has spies listening, this is not defamation of character. This is the truth. Tamika Wright's not a nice person. And a lot of things got held up because of Tamika Wright.
I've heard that. Bone guys, Busy Bone has come out and said that. All the guys in Bone have come out and said that over the years. Several.
So, she's kind of like I don't want to talk too much answer, but I will say this. You know what happened to Snow White, the witch and Snow White?
Yes.
There it is there.
Yes, we do. Like I say,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like you. I hope Lily gets something because, like I said,
Yeah.
he grew up and he had to grow up with his grandparents or something in Compton.
Yeah, he did. But Eric always told everybody, I'm going to work and make sure my kids never have to worry about nothing.
Right.
But when she stepped into the picture, you know what I'm saying? She messed up a lot of money.
Well,
his houses, all that.
Yeah, we could
You know what I'm saying?
we could speculate here all day. I mean, there's a lot of things out there. We could speculate, and we're probably not too far off from the truth. But I'll ask one question. I'll leave it at this: do you think that she took advantage of him in his later days because he wasn't in full capacity? Because Eric has proven that he was a good businessman.
Absolutely. Eric, I'll just say it like this because it's deep and certain shit I don't even want to touch on, but just put it like this. I'll put it to you like this. Let me see the words I can say. If you catch HIV, and you catch AIDS, it takes a certain amount of time for you to go.
Right.
Now I'll leave it at that.
Well, I think I know what you're getting at, but yeah.
Okay?
You're right.
So, but other than that, life goes on. You know what I'm saying? We always remember precious moments we had with Eric Wright. Things that we learned from him to years later apply it to our own personal business practices. I mean, he wasn't just some figure from Compton. Yeah, he was that, but he was the model for business. He was our West Coast Russell Simmons, man.
Right.
Out of that tree, created billions and billions of dollars, man. So, from a financial, economic point of view, man, long live the legacy of Eazy. Man,
yeah.
That brother right there, man, he really set the tone. And a lot of people was jealous of him and wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Well, that's probably a good thing, I'll touch on a little bit more here. In the early 2000s, you hook up with Snoop Dogg after he's off death row, and he's with Eastsiders now, and he's doing some stuff with them. They do that album. You're on there. Memory serves me right. You're on the album. You do some tracks for that. And were you on Doghouse for a minute?
Well, actually, I wasn't a Doghouse artist until 2004 or 5, something like that. When Snoop Dogg got a deal for the Doggy All Stars at MCA, which happened to file Chapter 11 bankruptcy, is no more. You know what I mean? But when I went over there, I was like Nate Dogg. I was just a solo artist, bringing a certain sound, blending my sound with all the other talented people out there, and talented producers and talented artists. It worked. I actually wasn't supposed to, sing those many songs, but the sound was so, incredible from an analog approach. It was the sound. So, Snoop kind of recognized that, big ups to him, because he didn't have to do that.
Right.
I was supposed to do one song, but I ended up doing so many songs over there. I didn't know he was going to put me on 8 songs on Last Meal, and I had a chance to do 11 songs on Dishes and Trays, and 4 on Snoop Dogg Presents the Eastsiders, and Doggy's All Stars, and plus I had, prior to the MCA filing bankruptcy, I had a huge album over there called Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Kane. So I was definitely in the co-pilot seat as far as being instrumental in putting those particular melodies and different things like that to make 2000. And it was an incredible decade, you know what I'm saying? Or for the 5 years that at that time, Doghouse is brand new, the return of Doghouse, but I'm talking
Yes.
Having seen everybody in their zone, there wasn't nothing like it, man. Like the West Coast now can never compare to the 2000 and to the 90s. Never.
No. Well, I'll quote DJ Quick. And he in an interview he said the thing about the 90s was that they went by too fast and we took them for granted. And I asked Danny Boy about it, and he said, I got to borrow that because there's a lot of truth in that. Would you agree?
Yeah. I mean, but when you're moving at light speed, time goes fast.
Right.
Been here 48 years old, man. Been in the game 28 years, making professional records. It went by so fast, man.
That's crazy, man. That's hard for me to sit here and believe that because it seems like yesterday. I turned on the TV and was listening to In California with you and Above the Law.
And that was that record. That record was a big record. Uncle Sam's Curse. You listen to some of those records, they give you goosebumps because we talk about Donald Trump and a lot of things that's going on now. We didn't know it.
Good call.
That's how the universe uses it. Yeah. It's scary if you listen to those records. I advise y'all, if y'all don't want to be scared, man, we was kind of like Nostradamus on that one. There was a lot of things that we touched on back then that have happened now.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. You're right. Like I said, I mean, if you laugh, it's one of those things you laugh, you cry because you tell the truth, man. And we stuck with this dude, 4 years, whatever, Dude ain't been in office a year, and he's fucking all kinds of shit up. Excuse my language.
Nah, it's good. Yeah, I pride on being factual. Yeah. Because there's a reflection of my character, and I have 8 wonderful children by one woman. One. So that lets you know the dynamics of me telling you things. I don't falsify shit.
Respect, sir. Respect. 8 children. That's
been with my girl 33 years, married 28.
That's good, man. That's good. Much props to you, sir. Much
props. Man. God's good, man. I'm a firm believer in God.
But can you tell me what's been new with Kokane and what can we expect to see?
Well, for the last 10 years, it's been going extremely well. Prior to the technology closing down your warehouses, thank God, because when Steve Jobs created that iPod, it shut a lot of things down. So I had to start off from scratch again. So learning is the most important thing in anything that you have to start off from scratch. You have to adapt. But me and my wife started a record label 10 years ago. It's been going 10 years. Actually, a little bit over 10 years. And it's called Buddy Boy Entertainment, B-U-D, E as in Eric, B-O-Y. And it's using my middle name, because my middle name is Buddy. And that's also a friendly related name that people have been saying since 70 years, Buddy Boy. And we use that name, and I wanted to do something different, taking the elements that I learned from Eazy. Because now that I have my autonomy, I wanted to not have restrictions and different other things like that, and it was hard. So we put out a lot of records, and it was hard the first 2 years. Any business that you work in, you got to find your dollar. And it was one of those type of situations. So we kept going, and now it's the 3rd generation, which is my daughter. We put her name is Anisha Long, and she has a small out right now called Strobe Lights and Check. She raps, sing, and produce. Incredible, talented young lady. And we put out a lot of things. We got groups. I got a group. Not groups. I'm talking about we have different artists on the label.
Right.
They're doing extremely well. Like I said, you can go to my site at buddyboyent.com. That's B-U-D-E as in Eric, B-O-Y-E-N-T.com. Yeah. We also just put out, last year we put out the King of G-Funk because I wanted to do a special record. And that particular record has a lot of features. I got Boosie, George Clinton, Exhibit, Snoop Dogg, Cole 187, Trey D, Itchy Flakes, Short Chop, some more cats on there. That was a double album that did good. And this year, 2017, we put out a record called Ruthless. And that particular record has a lot of features. I got Boosie, George Clinton, Exhibit, Snoop Dogg, Cole 187, Trey D, Itchy Flakes, Short Chop, some more cats on there. That was a double album that did good. And this I put out an independent project called It's Cocaine, Not Lemonade.
Right.
That particular project is different because I've done so much features. I want you to have a different approach because everybody's so gossip orientated and took away the authenticity of music and introduced gossip. That ain't music. Gossip is not music because this is a gossip orientated business. It's a weird business we in now, you know. So I didn't want the gossip. I wanted to raise the level, raise the bar, raise the substance because people don't put substance in their stuff nowadays. And at the same time, have something where you can wiggle your ass to and keep it funky like your girl monkey. So that's what we did with this project. It's doing extremely well. You know, you get the hard copies. And plus, I have other business ventures as well. We also saw Letterman coats, Corinthian Letterman coats with servicing some of the sports players. And we also got this new product online called Baseball Bluetooth speakers. And this things it's exciting. You know what I'm saying? For me and my wife and my whole family. And we run our company, Buddy Boy Entertainment, now so much like a family-oriented business. I have my twin boys that actually, you know, come out on the road and be my hype man. They also do my graphics and build templates and web design. And, you know, my wife is the vice president of my company. And, you know, I'm very much at a good place. And we just did this most featured artist in the world campaign. It's like 3 more months, you know. And I have to big up my wife for that because I wasn't really concerned. I wasn't even thinking about how many features and collabs I did, you know, but she said, no, this is going to be very vital and important, not to just broadcast in an arrogant way, but to leave a legacy first and primarily for our children. So I went with it. She did 2 years of research. She did the top 100 Billboard, most featured on Billboard. She also did songwriters, record sales. And it just so happened still in the scroll that Kokane is the most featured recording artist and collabs out of all genres of music. You see what I'm saying? So it's humbling, you know, because you work your ass off. And sometimes, you know, you don't get appreciated because of certain pitfalls you have to go through, but that's the importance of in nature it tells us that's the importance of a diamond. It's only made through pressure.
You're right about that, sir. You are most definitely right about that. You got any last parting words for the James Gang Nation? We're on in 5 countries. We're on in 5 countries.
Bless everybody that's listening to the James Gang. I like the name in itself. You know, I appreciate you, good brother. Everybody big ups to Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? You know, surrounding areas that's tuning in. Make sure you go to my site at buddyboyent.com. That's BUD, E as in Eric, BOY, ENT.com. You can get the Kokane collection. You can get the new album. You can get some of my Kokane line products. You can also get the Buddy Boy artists, just as well as my daughter, Anita Jamal. And we get ready, world. We're going to put out this brand new project. It's going to be incredible, man. Me and I just got a project called The Architects of G-Funk. Yes. And it's, man, when you hear this, it's incredible. It's a footnote out of the 70s. Analog music, warm sounds. We reflip stuff like Players. And, you know what I'm saying? Some Steely Dan. It's incredible. You know, and that project will be out soon. But for the most part, I appreciate everybody that
Big hug.
Have been rocking with me for all these years, and for those that really just finding out who I am, you know, I appreciate you tuning in because that's what it's about. You know, people like to hear real, and I got nothing but to give the world is real, good, raw G-Funk, the original G-Funk, and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Much love and respect to everybody.
It's Kokane, y'all. It's Kokane, y'all.